Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. Have you ever felt exhausted, unmotivated, or uninspired, not because you lacked discipline, but because what you were doing simply did not resonate with your soul? This feeling is not laziness. It is misalignment. For far too long, society has equated dips in productivity with weakness. We've been conditioned to believe that procrastination means failure, that fatigue equals poor work ethic, and that restlessness is proof of irresponsibility. But the truth is deeper and far more liberating. Most people are not lazy. They are disconnected from meaningful work. What we call laziness is often resistance. Not resistance against work itself, but against meaningless repetition, against endless checklists, against climbing mountains that were never truly ours to climb. The human spirit is not designed to thrive in monotony. It does not rebel because it is weak. It rebels because it longs for something authentic, something aligned, something that feels alive. When you wake up heavy, when you feel drained before the day begins, that is not a flaw in your character. It is your essence calling out. It is your nervous system whispering, "This path does not belong to you." So let us redefine the problem. The issue is not unwillingness. It is lack of inspiration. The struggle is not absence of ambition. It is absence of clarity. Discipline itself is not the enemy, but discipline without alignment becomes a cage. True motivation is not manufactured by force. It is unlocked by purpose. When your direction is aligned with your values, you do not need to push yourself forward. Something within you naturally pulls you onward. Work stops feeling like drudgery and becomes transformation. Effort stops being punishment and becomes practice. Routine stops suffocating you and starts refining you. This is the shift from performance to presence, from obligation to devotion, from meaningless repetition to purposeful creation. Think of it this way: in a monastery, sweeping the floor is not just a chore, it is a sacred act. Why? Because it is infused with meaning, with mindfulness, with alignment. Imagine approaching your daily work the same way, not as a transaction, not as a race for approval, but as a reflection of who you are becoming. You are not created to function as a machine, endlessly repeating cycles stripped of soul. You are designed to embody the discipline of devotion, the strength of alignment, and the joy of meaningful contribution. When you rediscover your alignment, discipline no longer drains you, it energizes you. Motivation no longer hides, it flows naturally. Work no longer breaks you, it shapes you. So, the challenge is not to work harder, but to work truer. The task is not to punish yourself into productivity, but to realign with the purpose that makes discipline effortless. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What awakens my energy and makes me come alive? Where am I living out of harmony with my authentic self? The answers to these questions are not optional. They are your compass. They are what will transform your effort from empty repetition into meaningful progress. Because in the end, the hidden truth is this: fatigue rarely comes from doing too much. It comes from doing too little of what matters. And so I leave you with this thought: you are not lazy. You are not broken. You are simply misaligned, and when you return to alignment, you will discover that your energy, your discipline, and your motivation were never gone. They were waiting for you all along.